Hey everybody, Dr. Scott Keller, Synergy Chiropractic at CrossFit Lincoln today. Today we're going to go over two pretty simple exercises that can be pretty effective in helping you stabilize your core and also getting into hip flexion and abduction, which would be this motion here in, like say, a deep squat such as this. Okay, so the first one is called a banded wall squat stretch. I think Kelly Starrett calls it something different, like an Olympic stretch or something like that. What you're going to do is sit, you're going to face the wall on this one, but I'm going to show you out here just for demonstration purposes. You're going to take a big monster band, the green bands, or maybe even something a little heavier like the purple or black ones if you can manage getting those around your knees. You're going to put one side around that knee, you're going to pull behind your lower back pretty tight, and you're going to wrap this one around that knee and try to even out the pressure a little bit. And then like I said, you're going to be up against the wall, lay back on your back, in your squat position. So feet will be flat against the wall. Scoot your butt as close to the wall as possible so you get as much hip flexion and a little abduction as possible. Okay, so you should be in a pretty good squat simulation width here. What you're going to do is add your arms into the inside of your knee, and you're going to push outwards lightly until you feel that stretch in your groin. You're going to hold that for a few seconds and then relax. So push and resist with your knees. I forgot to say, you're going to resist yourself pushing out for about 5 seconds and then relax. Okay, so from this angle here, elbows in, I'm going to push out with my arms, resist that with my knees, and then relax. And each time I might be able to go outward with my knees a little bit more. Okay? So that's, once again, it's really going to help you with hip flexion and abduction if you have trouble getting deep into a squat. All right, the stabilization exercise for today is called a dead bug. Why? You know, it's kind of a funny name. You'll see once I get into position here. A dead bug apparently likes to lay on its back and do this with its legs and arms. Okay, so that's what we're kind of doing. What you're going to do is brace your core. Okay, so really tighten your core up. Your back, your lower back should be flat against the floor. Your legs are up in this kind of, once again, a simulated squat position, and your arms are just going to be right above, kind of like you were bench pressing or pushing out. And then what you're going to do is move the opposite arm, opposite leg at the same time. You're going to extend and reach above the head. Slow and controlled, like that. And then you're going to do the other side, like that. Okay? We're just going to do 10 repetitions per side. I'm going to go over a couple common faults here, because this is a really important one and it's really easy to mess up. A lot of us are really hyperextended in our lower back. So the first mistake I'm going to see is that lower back rising up off the floor. So you're going to start going into that position, and I'm going to see this. I'm going to see rib cage flare. I'm going to see lack of mobility in the shoulder, and I'm going to see that lower back coming up off the floor. Okay? So if that's happening to you, you really need to focus on keeping those ribs down, contracting that core. Your back needs to stay flat to the floor through the entire exercise. Okay? So once you do 10 reps per side with really good quality, you'll be done for the day. All right, that's it for today. If you have any questions, Scott at synergylincoln.com. Get a hold of me.